Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to show you guys how you can add gradients inside your text in DaVinci Resolve. So let's get started. Now there's two methods to it. Let's go ahead with the first one. All you have to do is go to the top left of your screen to the effects tab, go to titles, and instead of text select text plus, bring it in. Now once it's in your timeline, go to title. Here type in anything you want. I'm going to go with gradient in text. Then I'm going to reduce the line spacing, change the font to Enter. Go ahead with this variation and increase the size of the text. Now once you have the text in place, all you have to do is in the inspector go to title, and in the text plus section, instead of in the text tab, go to the shading tab. Here in the properties section we are going to go to the type. Here instead of solid we are going to select gradient, and there we have it. There's a gradient in our text. Now obviously we have to customize the gradient, so there's shading gradient written here. There's two arrows. What you have to do is simply select the arrow that you want, go to that tab and change the color. Now I've already got a few colors selected, so I'm going to go with them, paste it here, hit OK, then select the second arrow, again click on the color, select this value, paste it, hit OK, and there I have it. The gradient is here. You can also add several other colors to this gradient if you want. Just click on this stripe and at whatever position that you want. So just click here, you'll get an arrow. You can make multiple arrows and simply click on the arrow and edit the color that you want. Okay, so that's how it works. I'll go back, just delete all of these. Now there's a few more customizations. There's 4 options actually: mapping angle, mapping size, aspect, and mapping level. Mapping angle, obviously if you change it, it will change the angle of the appearance of the gradient. Then there's mapping size. If I decrease the size totally, as you can see, the shading, the mixing of the gradient is gone. So make sure it stays on default, and if you want according to your preference, you can set it. So to reset this value, all you have to do is either click this little dot down here or double click on the value. Then there's aspect. It's pretty much similar to size. If I decrease it, it will get separated. If I increase it, it will get dissolved. So again, back to normal values. Now this one, mapping level, this one is interesting. What you have to do is just go to this. Now if I select full image, the gradient will get applied to the whole screen. Okay, so it gets started somewhere in the top left corner, it will go to the right corner depending on the angle that you have set, right? Next, it's text. Okay, so the gradient will start inside of the text itself. So it will start somewhere around here at G and it will end somewhere around here at T. Next is line. So the gradient will go from line by line. So it will start somewhere at G, end at T, start at I, end at T. So this line and this line. Okay, it varies from line to line. Then we're going to go with word. So the gradient will get applied to each word. So it will start here and here, start here and here, start here and here, from word to word. And finally, this character. So the gradient will get applied to every single character, which is the default option. So you can go ahead with your creative preferences. It's totally up to you which option you want. And that's pretty much it, how you can set the gradient in Text Plus. So that was method 1. Now let's go ahead with method number 2. Let me delete this. Now in method number 2, what you have to do is again go to effects, go to titles, and instead of text plus, go ahead with text. Simply bring that in. Again, type whatever you want. I'm going to type in gradient, change the font, increase the size. Now once you have the text in place, simply select it, go to the inspector tab and go to settings. Then in settings, scroll down, go to composite, and in composite mode select alpha. Now what we are doing here is we are changing the text into a mask which we are going to fill with some kind of color. So to fill it in, I'm going to go to effects at the top left, go to generators, and here select 4 color gradient. Simply drag it above the text in your timeline. Now we have the 4 color gradient here. All we have to do is select it, again go to settings, again composite mode, and here we are going to select foreground. So this foreground color gets applied inside the text, and that's pretty much it. Now we can go to generator. You can change the X and Y values if you want. I'm gonna reset both of these. Just double click on the values. Then here, instead of the 2 colors that we had in Text Plus, we have 4 different options. So you can change any option that you want according to your creative preferences, and we can animate it a little bit. Let me show you how it's done. So what happens is, mostly what people do is they just go to settings and they just animate the rotation angle, so the gradient inside the text will keep rotating, which looks cool. So what you have to do is go to the first frame of the 4 color gradient, Then in settings, simply click on this diamond in front of rotation angle. Just click it. Let it be 0. Then we'll go to the last frame. Again, click on the diamond here, and instead of 0, we are going to type 360 or whatever you want. I just want a full rotation of the gradient, so I'm typing 360. You can go with any value that you want, 90, 180, 270, whatever. So now I'll go to the start, and if I play this, as you can see, it started rotating, but it's cutting our text. Why? If I disable our text, as you can see, this layer is rotating. Because of that, it's getting cut on all 4 edges. So all you have to do is simply in settings, unlink this chain. You can zoom the X and the Y, and once you're done with that, check it again, and it's rotating fine. Now simply enable this. How I am disabling and enabling? Simply select the layer and press D. It will enable or disable whatever layer you want. Okay, so now once we have enabled it, if I play it, see the gradient is rotating. So that's how you can do it. Now if you want this above any clip of yours, simply select both of these, go to the media pool, bring in whatever clip that you have, and there we have it. It's playing. Now a few more things. You can place it anywhere in your timeline. If you want this whole thing as one element, all you have to do is right click on it, select both, right click, and click on new compound clip. Name it anything you want. I'm going to name it gradient. Hit enter, and it's one single clip. You can move it anywhere. You can adjust the size and do whatever you want. Now if you want to edit the color or anything, all you have to do is simply right click on the compound clip, go to open in timeline, and here you can again change the values or whatever you want. And to go back to the original timeline, simply go to the media pool and select whatever timeline you have. Ours is timeline 1. I'll double click it, and we are back. And finally, if you want this clip in its original form, the 2 layers, all you have to do is right click, go to decompose in place using clips only, and we're back. So that was the second method, which provides a little bit more customization. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's it for the video. That's how you can add gradient to text in DaVinci Resolve. I hope you find this video useful, and if you do, make sure you like the video. It really helps the algorithm suggest this video to the needful people. Also share this video and consider subscribing to the channel. I post such DaVinci Resolve tutorials, I post tech videos, tech reviews, I stream games occasionally, and I put some knowledgeable and informative YouTube shorts. So that brings us to the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.